Night 2 and the final night of the WWE 2023 draft is over, and we had such a great picks from both brands. Now, let's look at not all the picks, but I think the picks that are the most important ones and the ones that are going to be ruling the storylines for the next year. So, of course, we all know that Triple H started the show and he chose the first, told us the first four picks actually, and he was also showing the World Heavyweight Championship. So the picks are gonna be really important for the storyline around the World Heavyweight Championship. So let's see. First of all, let's make a brief recap of what happened on Friday Night SmackDown so we can actually have a full picture of where we are with each brand. Okay, so let's start first with Raw. What has Monday Night Raw gained? Okay, so also if you want to hear a little bit more in detail of each pick, please refer to the Night 1 video. Okay, so first of all, Cody Rhodes was drafted to Monday Night Raw. We also have Drew McIntyre that was drafted to Monday Night Raw during Friday Night SmackDown. We also have Matt Riddle staying on Monday Night Raw, and we have Nakamura being drafted to Monday Night Raw, and we have Imperium coming to Monday Night Raw. So, from these first five picks, Cody Rhodes and Matt Riddle are the ones that are staying on Monday Night Raw, and Drew McIntyre, Nakamura, and Imperium are coming from Friday Night SmackDown. So, Monday Night Raw has actually gained three picks: Drew McIntyre, Nakamura, and Imperium. All three of them, I think, they can fight for the World Heavyweight Championship. I know that right now Gunther is the current Intercontinental Champion, but I don't know what's gonna be the storyline with him. Probably he's gonna keep being the champion, but he has the potential to be the World Heavyweight Champion also. And of course, we don't forget about Cody Rhodes and Matt Riddle. I think that Matt Riddle can also be in the discussion about the World Heavyweight Championship scene. And also, let's not forget about the women's division. Becky Lynch has stayed on Monday Night Raw. So what happened during Monday Night Raw? Seth Rollins was he actually stays on Monday Night Raw. So this is very important because Seth Rollins to me is probably who's going to win the first World Heavyweight Champion. He's probably going to be the first World Heavyweight Champion. So I know that there's some competitions. You saw that it's Cody Rhodes there, it's Drew McIntyre, it's Nakamura, and Matt Riddle, but I think that the first World Heavyweight Champion is going to be Seth Rollins because I think that he has everything he needs to be the World Heavyweight Champion, and he hasn't have that WWE Championship since like 3 years ago already. So, or even more, I think it's 4 years already. So, I think he has everything that the Red brand needs to have a great World Heavyweight Champion. So, Seth Rollins stays on Monday Night Raw, and I think this is gonna be my pick for the World Heavyweight Championship. But I'm gonna talk about more on that on another upcoming video. We also have Rhea Ripley, and she's coming from SmackDown. So she's been drafted to to Monday Night Raw. And as you saw, Becky Lynch is staying at Monday Night Raw. So that definitely is going to be happening. That is a dream match between Rhea Ripley and, and Becky Lynch. We have that Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, the current undisputed tag team champions, are being drafted to Monday Night Raw. Well, we know that they were actually on both brands. Before the draft, they were on Raw, they were on SmackDown. So it seems to be that they are going to be exclusively on Raw. So let's see what happens with the championships if they are going actually to be we're going to be having a Raw Tag Team Champions and SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Let's see what's gonna happen because if we take the words of Triple H that he said about the undisputed championship from Roman Reigns, he's gonna be staying only and exclusively on SmackDown, and Raw is gonna have that World Heavyweight Championship. So is that going to be happening the same for the Tag Team Championships? Well, let's see what happens because right now another team that could be fighting for these championships are actually the ones that are staying on Monday Night Raw. That is the Judgment Day. You know, you have Finn Balor and Damien Priest and Dominic Mysterio that they could be challenging, of course, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. But I do believe that Finn Balor actually is going to be more on the scene of the World Heavyweight Championship. He needs to be there. I would love to see the Judgment Day having Rhea Ripley as the women's champion and having also Finn Balor as the World Heavyweight Champion. That would be great. That would be what the Judgment Day needs to actually have a great push over the next year. And why not having Damian Priest and Dominic Mysterio as the tag team champions? That would be great. Now having the Judgment Day with all the gold. Yeah, I think I would like to see that. Let me know what you think. You would you like to see that? Would you like to see the Judgment Day with all the gold during Monday Night Raw? We also have Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez being drafted to Monday Night Raw. So let's see what happens with the tag team women's division. Let's see. Hopefully, Triple H makes some great storylines with them. Another team that gets drafted to Monday Night Raw is Ricochet and Braun Strowman. They're coming from SmackDown, and I think that they are also another team that they could be challenging Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens for the undisputed tag team championships. Also, the Judgment Day, as you saw previously, but Ricochet and Braun Strowman also they could be the next tag team champions. And finally, we have Bronson Reed that he is staying at Monday Night Raw, so he could be a great challenger to the for the Intercontinental Championship. So he could be a great challenger actually for Gunther. That would be an epic match. What do you think? Bronson Reed and Gunther? Yeah, I would love to see that match. We also have Trish Stratus that she stays at Monday Night Raw. So as you remember, Becky Lynch is also staying on Monday Night Raw. So that means that that storyline continues. The storyline of this betrayal of Trish Stratus to Becky Lynch. So let's see. I really like this storyline. I think it's going to be really good going into the next months. We also have that Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler being drafted to Raw, so probably they're gonna be challenging Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, right? And I also would love to see Ronda again challenging probably Rhea Ripley for the championship. I would love to see that. Also Shayna Baszler. So maybe here there's a storyline that they could both be desiring to have that championship, and of course their partnership, well, it ends for that goal, right? So let's see what happens with them the following weeks. And finally, we have the New Day that they are staying, well, they're coming from SmackDown actually, right? Right? So they are being drafted to Monday Night Raw. Let's see what the New Day actually has for us in the next weeks. So now let's talk a little bit about SmackDown. What do they SmackDown? What what did they gain? So let's have a brief recap of what happened on Friday Night SmackDown. So Bianca Belair was drafted to SmackDown. So she's going there, and Damage Control is following her. So the storyline between them is actually continuing. We also have the Street Profits were drafted to SmackDown, so they're coming from Monday Night Raw. So SmackDown right now is gaining Bianca Belair, is gaining damage control, is gaining the Street Profits, and also, and this is where things get interesting, they are gaining the OC with AJ Styles that I think is going to be challenging Roman Reigns. They are gaining Bobby Lashley also, that I also believe that he's going to be challenging Roman Reigns, and they're gaining Edge. Edge finally comes back to Friday Night SmackDown, and I think these three guys are going to be challenging Roman Reigns. Definitely, it's going to be happening that. And also, we have that Roman Reigns is staying at Friday Night SmackDown. So Friday Night SmackDown actually gained a lot mm, on last Friday, and let's see what happened during night two. Austin Theory was drafted to SmackDown, so SmackDown is also gaining Austin Theory. Oh, I know they lost Gunther, but they're gaining Austin Theory. The Usos are staying at Friday Night SmackDown, and this is very interesting because I have a theory video about the storyline between the Usos and Roman Reigns, and this is one of the most interesting stories right now in WWE because once the Usos are kicked out of the bloodline, then I believe that Jey Uso is going to become another challenger for Roman Reigns title. If you want to check that video, please, I'm going to check my channel, or I'm going to leave you at the end of the video to check so you can check that theory video. So the Usos stayed at Friday Night SmackDown, which is a very, very interesting choice. Charlotte Flair, she's staying at Friday Night SmackDown. We really don't know when she's gonna be coming back. No, we haven't heard from her since WrestleMania, so we don't know when she's gonna be coming back. But what do we know is that she's gonna be coming back to Friday Night SmackDown. And also, Asuka is being drafted to SmackDown. So probably we're gonna see a rematch between Asuka and Bianca Belair on the next few weeks or months. A rematch after that WrestleMania match that they had that it was really good. And we also have Karrion Kross that he is staying at Friday Night SmackDown. Hopefully, and hopefully, please, he is already a challenger to Roman Reigns championship. So I'm telling this because the day Karrion Kross got to Friday Night SmackDown was very epic. That was last year. It was very epic, and we all thought that he was gonna be challenging Roman Reigns. And wow, until now we don't see that. So please, I hope that Karrion Kross already becomes a challenger to Roman Reigns. We also have that LA Knight stays at Friday Night SmackDown. He's a really interesting character that he's on the rise, and I think that with a little bit more months, he's got the potential to be another great challenger to Roman Reigns titles. Finally, we have that the Brawling Brutes actually stayed at Friday Night SmackDown, and well, we have their Sheamus that so far he hasn't challenged the tribal chief. Now, of course, we all know that they had fight last year when it was Survivor Series, but so far they haven't been on a one-on-one match during the past 2 years. So hopefully Sheamus is another great challenger to Roman Reigns. Finally, we also have the Latin World Order that they are being drafted to SmackDown, and we also have to talk about the women's division a little bit. That Shotzi is staying at Friday Night SmackDown, and I think that she could be a really great challenger to Bianca Belair's title. In summary, I believe that SmackDown got stronger after this 2023 WWE Draft. So, what do you think? Let me know in the comment section down below. And if you like the video, please share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.